here in Westmoreland County remember and celebrate the veterans of the United States military services that have kept this country safe and secure in the world for over 250 years. I think that's a true point of pride for all of us. I want to thank the students and faculty and staff who I'm told were in the dark putting up the flags all along the walkways, and that's a beautiful sight, so thank you very much to everyone who participated in that. I would like to introduce now our keynote speaker, Representative Eric Nelson. He represents the 57th Legislative District, which includes this campus and other parts of Westmoreland County, and he's been doing that since 2016. He himself is a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, enlisted after graduating from college, and then within 8 years of deployment, and then a year after 9/11. So first of all, Representative Nelson, thank you for your service to the United States. And thank you for joining us today in recognition of all U.S. military veterans. It's a very important day. So, Representative Nelson, please.
Hello, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here today as we recognize our veterans. President Gregerson, it's always good to be here, to come to the campus. My wife graduated from here. Our son's down at Oakland, and she very much was like, no, come to Greensburg. What's going on in Oakland? You know, so it's wonderful to be at this beautiful campus and share the time we have together. To the Veterans Action Committee who helped put this all together, let's give them a big round of applause for all their hard work. And to my fellow Marines, I have to say, happy 249th birthday. Semper Fi, my brothers, right? There we go, there we go. It is my humble honor to share in the recognition and celebration of this small number of Americans, remarkable individuals who have earned the honor and responsibility of wearing the uniform and serving the flag. Yes, this even includes you Navy dogs out there, you know. I appreciate the ride, fellas, I do. I have to tell you, years ago, serving during the Kosovo conflict, I was a Lance Corporal, E3, stationed in Estonia. And we were providing security to the Navy Seabees that were tasked with establishing fresh water and other critical elements to create a triage hospital to patch up soldiers before they zipped them out to the Mediterranean Sea. Here's to those Seabees, true credit for incredibly hard workers and difficult conditions. They do a great job. As an old God Country Corps Marine, I enjoy the banter we share between the branches. I respect the role each of us has played in keeping our nation free, through the good times and, more importantly, through the tough times. Regardless, when each of us have served, we have all served together. We feel that connection, that bond that grits your teeth, shares the pride, the pain, the family that is our nation's military, and each has its own story. If you're lucky enough to get a veteran talking, they have some amazing journeys. You know, this morning, it was chilly, and my wife, Sweet Sue, for her, she would be bundled up in a coat, even in that 60-degree weather. She considers this morning chilly, but imagine the days of Army Sergeant Richard Wengel, a Korean War vet who lives just a few minutes from here. I was fortunate to spend some time with Richard and his 90-year-old self with his daughter as he shared the story of fighting the communist enemy in Korea. Minus 50-degree winters. Picture him as a 20-year-old standing in the freeze of war. He remembers his thermal boots, a welcome benefit, and how the good Lord had plans for him to be able to make it through. His is just one story of the many veterans we celebrate today. Their service, sacrifice, and dedication to freedom have safeguarded the liberties which some take for granted. And as we pay tribute to our veterans, we also acknowledge all those who've stood beside them through this journey, your families. Today we honor not only your courage, but the strength of your families who supported you through all those deployments and challenges. When we talk about veterans, we often think about old men. Let's say that 39-year-old women, right? We picture the veterans here today as young, hard-charging soldiers, brave as they head out on patrol, standing in the face of adversity, answering the call of duty with our fire team, our squad, and the platoon we trusted. What many don't fully appreciate is that service extends far beyond the battlefield. It takes the shape in long hours of training, the months of deployment, the deep sacrifice that each veteran has made, and the sacrifice that is mirrored in the lives of their loved ones. Your families, in many ways, have walked the path alongside you. They've held down the fort when you were deployed. They've carried the weight of uncertainty, fear, and hope in your absence. The spouse who raised children while worrying about your safety. The children who grew up missing their mom or dad in key moments, who understood that their parent was out there protecting something greater than themselves. This unshakable support system is the backbone of our military. An unwavering love and resilience, military families provide strength that allows veterans to serve with focus, dedication, and honor. It is through this partnership between service member and family that our armed forces remain strong, and that the partnership is based on trust, sacrifice, and love. To our veterans here today, your service represents the best of who we are as a nation. You've served honorably and returned. Sometimes injured or without a close friend, you live by a code of duty, honor, and courage, putting the needs of others above your own. You've shouldered the heavy responsibility of defending our nation, and for that, we are deeply grateful. Soldiers like Navy veteran Dwayne Myers from Youngwood. As one of our nation's original frogmen, those were the guys, the earlier version of today's Navy SEALs. He swam out of a torpedo tube on a submarine, was wounded during hand-to-hand combat as he eliminated multiple enemy fighters in order to complete his mission and make it back. But because his orders took him across a border our nation did not want to recognize, Dwayne kept silent about his mission for decades. His Purple Heart, his injuries were not officially recognized. Thanks to the resilience and hard work of friends, family, and our veteran community, I had the honor to share in the presentation of Dwayne's Purple Heart just a few years ago. Every veteran has a story. Let us not forget the unseen sacrifices. Behind every veteran, there are nights spent apart, missed holidays, the difficulty of readjusting to civilian life. It could be a difficult transition. It took me years to adjust to a solely civilian lifestyle. Going from USMC sergeant guarding our nation to a civilian who is now protected by others can be a hard pill to swallow. We struggle with the sloth and whining and backstabbing of the civilian-based working world versus a unit all in on completing a common mission. Not complaining, just action. This is where family, again, becomes essential. Our families are the ones who help us bridge the gap between military and civilian life. They are there during times of transition, moments of difficulty, and during the quiet days when the weight of service feels heaviest. As we gather here today to enjoy a meal shortly, I want to encourage everyone to take a moment and express your gratitude. If you're a veteran, thank your family member for standing by your side. If you're a family member of a veteran, know that your love and support have made a difference in words that can hardly express. Those who have not served, let today be a reminder of our shared responsibility as citizens to show appreciation, not only through words, but through actions. We must ensure our veterans and their families leave the resources they need to thrive, whether it's access to quality health care, mental health services, employment opportunities. We have a duty to support those who have given so much. Today is about celebration and reflection. We are reminded that the freedom and peace we enjoy comes at a price, paid by the selfless service of veterans and their families. We also recognize and applaud our future members. We've seen the ROTC students here with us today. Thank you for signing to serve, and for others who are considering service. You will be joining an outstanding family. Pennsylvania boasts our nation's fourth largest veteran population, and your willingness to serve is special. Of our 350 million Americans, only 1.4 million serve in the forces. That's less than 0.5%. So your future service is both special and appreciated. Congratulations. We are blessed to live in a country where every citizen, regardless of race, religion, gender, wealth, education, or age, is afforded the opportunity to live free, to pursue their happiness, and to strive for a better nation. We should all celebrate the good and work hard to improve the bad. We should learn from our veterans how to join together for that common purpose. In the military, there is no R versus D, no rich versus poor, black versus white. In our veterans' ranks, there is a common flag, a single constitution, and a bond of brotherhood that we see in each other's eyes, that look of trust and understanding that we will be there for you and we will stand together regardless of cost. So as we close, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to our veterans for your service and sacrifice, to your families for their unwavering support. Let us continue to honor and remember those who have given so much. President Gregerson, thank you again for today's ceremony and ensuring these contributions from soldiers are not forgotten. Thank you all, and may we continue to live in a way that is worthy of our veterans and their families. God bless you.
Thank you, Representative Nelson. I would like to point out especially your remarks about the support system that our military veterans have and need and depend on, the families, the friends, and all who make it all possible as well. So thank you for bringing that to the forefront. Well, now we're going to place the wreath, and we have with us, let's see, Student Government President Isaac Stevens, our Phi Eta Sigma Honor Society member Skylar Koshar, and ROTC Cadet Dominic DePaul. They'll place the wreath today as representing our commitment to our veterans and remembering our veterans past, present, and looking forward to the future, as well as Representative Nelson said. This represents that commitment to our military students on our campus, and every year we have somewhere around 40 or so veteran students, which we support, appreciate, and thank for their service and their future service. So we will place the wreath followed by taps. Tom Beaver, U.S. Air Force retired, will be playing taps for us. Commence. once again to thank everyone for being here with us today on this very, very important event. Once again, Representative Nelson for joining us here today and sharing his remarks with us. I'd like to point out that we have two more Veterans Week events on campus. On Thursday, a Try It Out event where anyone can go through the Army PT from Thursday at 11 to 1. That might be interesting. And then Friday, a Red Out right here. We'll all be wearing our red shirts in support of red, which means remembering everyone deployed. So that's an important event too. All the veterans are invited to lunch right here behind the yellow and blue balloons. To please join us for lunch. We'd love to have you with us. The lunch is hosted by our Phi Eta Sigma Honor Society, free to veterans and their families, so please join us. Thank you once again for being here on this very important event as we remember our veterans who have served our country so honorably. Thank you.